Hello, welcome back everybody. So today we're going to do a very quick review of the Flash movie Wave from McFarlane Toys, and that is where I got him from, McFarlane Toys. I decided to just buy the whole thing from them to see how they are like in terms of shipping, because some reviewers sometimes get theirs really early from them, but apparently since this were street dated, they weren't allowed to. So let's start with this one. This is the Dark Flash figure. I have no idea what this character is from, since we haven't seen the movie. Very nice texturing. Of course, McFarlane does not disappoint when it comes to texturing their figures. Very spiky. Feels like some sort of growth coming from this figure. I love the detail on the mouth. It's got a very this shoulder part. This upper part is basically, it's weird how they made this, right? So the shoulder part is kind of like soft rubber, but there's no seam to this part, and yet this part is solid. Oh, I see how he did it. It's actually glued into this part. So this is the probably a thicker plastic, and he glued on this rubbery material. It's very smart. The fact that he did that much just to get that kind of articulation retained in these shoulders, it's almost seamless. I mean, honestly, I needed to look and see how he did it, because for this part to be this rubbery, and yet this thing was solid, it had to be something. So see, there's all, you can see the seam here. So this part is the rubbery part. There you go. See how you can see how he did that, right? So this is the hard plastic, rubbery plastic. For him to do this kind of process, it's really amazing that he's that dedicated. That said, we're gonna jump into the next figure, which is the regular new suit for the Flash. So the reason why I wanted to jump this figure, how do I put it? The way it's designed, it evokes a lanky, thin figure, which is good, because that's what Ezra Miller's Flash really looks like in the trailers. But holy moly, dude, the proportions on this figure is all janked up crazy. One, on a normal person, your hands, where your hand is not supposed to go way below your pelvic region. A normal person, this hand should be up in the pelvic. NECA is more proportioned. Hand, pelvic region. Okay, that's the way it's supposed to be on a normal human being, which this is not. Your elbow is supposed to end at the end, it's supposed to parallel to the end of your rib cage. This one is not. I don't want to sound like another YouTube reviewer, but it's just so out of proportion. And then I'm gonna go back to the NECA one, right? So look, from the neck bone to the crotch, it's almost the same, and yet look at the thigh to the knee is okay, and then what's this extra length doing here? Okay. So I don't know, man. Whoever designed this anatomy obviously must know something about anatomy to design all these figures. And these are not reused parts, right? These are parts unique to this figure, because of this thing. I gotta zoom in on the texturing on this one. I hope it captures it. It freaking has texturing, the wiggly things on this chest has this texturing, see? Not the lines, but the texturing on the chest. This is a unique sculpt. It's never been used. It's designed particularly for this figure. So it's not like he borrowed it. Like in some of his figures, he does the same thing that Hasbro's been doing, where he borrows this torso or that leg or that forearm, which makes the whole proportions janky. This is not. This is a unique design. Okay, first to this figure, and yet and yet the proportions are all off. It's designed this way, okay? But like I said, it evokes a lankiness, a stretching of the figure, a thinness. So this is more of an artistic expression on whoever designed this. But still though, it's just so messed up. Okay. On that note, I have to say I really do love how he designed these biceps with this ring over here. Just love that. Okay, now we're gonna go to the other Flash figure, which we know is gonna be reused for the Batman Returns figure he's gotta do. He's gotta reuse that because it's already here. Here's here, this is here, this, everything here is, and then this one, all he needs to do is complete the. If he uses this head again for the Batman Returns, can you imagine this face on Keaton? I don't know. Plus, this needs to be covered up. I don't know how he's gonna do it. And this, oh, okay, I don't know how he's gonna. But he can reuse everything else, except for this part. He's probably gonna replace this lower forearm part. Yeah, it's he's got to reuse it. He's got to redo Batman Returns. It's just demanded now. So it's got all the basic McFarlane articulation. I have plans for this figure. I have so much plans for these figures. Here's the Batman Affleck, and I know it's been said many times, the faces on all these sculpts are so far off from the characters, but I think this is deliberate. I think this is one way of McFarlane cutting down on costs. I mean, like, look, this is a generic Batman face. It is a generic Batman face. There is no. I would almost guarantee that he said to the sculptor, "We are not paying licensing fee to Ben Affleck for his likeness rights. So you make sure that Batman lower face jaw is far from Affleck's jaw as you can." That's what he did, man. Come on. There's no way you can sculpt something like this and then have this come out not looking like Ben Affleck. Especially if you have this done by the same company. And you can see it's like, make sure you don't look at the cleft on the chin. Make sure you don't have this part. Come on, man. But apart from that, as a Batman figure, it's not bad. I mean, it looks kind of bad on a regular lighting like this. You don't even see anything in his eyes. But in the shadows, actually, in the right proportions, this is actually a pretty cool Batman head. It really is. This kind of throws me off, this skirt thing over here, and how wide his thighs are. That throws me off as well too. I think this might need a repaint because the coloring is so bland. It really does this figure a disservice. And then you have these weird different plastics that are completely unpainted, and they're basically being exposed to the color of the plastic, which explains why this is an off gray that's comparable to the head. This is different plastic that's just basic plastic color, so that's different color, and that's a different color, and that's a different color, and that's a different color. It's just off-putting, and it's really a shame. It's a really good, nicely sculpted figure, and they just did a complete disservice on whoever sculpted it, because it sucks paint wise. It sucks visually, because the paint is awful. Because there is no paint. Right? Okay, that's that for that. And we did this one. The Supergirl. Again, I saw a picture of the girl in the movie. She looks fantastic, and they did such a disservice on her face in this one. It's generic looking of the female of the actress. If you can do that kind of detail on the heads, on the hair sculpt, you're telling me you can't fix this face. And this is even one of the better painted faces. Look at how much paint there is on this face. Look at the eyes. You know, and that's okay. I mean, from far away, it's good enough for me. But I can see this one. The diaper comment is kind of off-putting. This is just way too tall, but I still got it because it's still almost reminiscent of Cavill's Superman. So I think she'll stand well with Cavill. In the movie, the costume looks so much more better. In figure form, it's just kind of awful looking, honestly. But again, the texturing is there and everything. Can she look up? Yes, she can. So she can look down. So, oh, I forgot to include accessories. So I'm sorry, but she can do the flying pose pretty good. Yeah. So I'm actually glad to see this figure. It's a Superman verse figure, so I'm okay with it. And finally, the Michael Keaton Batman figure. You already see my custom of the one with the unmasked head. I'm kind of disappointed with his head. It is generic, so that's fine. It's just something about this. I was kind of hoping I can reuse this head. But because of the way he sculpted this, it is movable. It's got a lot of more range than the actual costume itself. There's no up on it, and there's no down. Well, there you go. There's a little bit of a down on it. But this throws me off. So if I want to reuse this head, I'd have to resculpt some of these parts. So it looks like the Returns head. But yeah, this is not bad. Why is this? Why are these boots colored like this like muddy green? Has he been walking through fields of grass? Where's the? I didn't even notice that on the unmasked version, but yeah, it's green in person. I'm not sure if that's being conveyed in the photos. Huh? That is so weird. But yeah, so I know it's very, very quick. So one of the things I really like about the McFarlane figures is I have an idea. You might have seen my custom of this guy, and I think you saw you probably saw the custom of this one. Anyway, my customization itch was just so much yesterday that I was thinking, I think I'm gonna buy another one. So I did. I bought another one of those unmasked ones that nobody's buying because everybody believes it looks more like Ray Liotta than Keaton. So hey, keep on thinking that so I can keep on buying them if I needed to. The three that I saw on Target was still there. So what am I thinking? It's probably going to be in the next video. Watch this, right? So what is it? One of the things I like about McFarlane's figure, not this one. Okay, I know he's gonna make an 89 Batman, but this thing really throws me off. But watch, you can pull this off, and then you can pull this off. And then you can put this arm here. Okay, why am I doing this? Well, I'm doing this because I'm thinking that this body is way too narrow for what I'm planning, and this one's got a little bit more width. But this is the correct shoulder design for what I'm planning. And what I'm planning, so I have one more spare of this. I think I need to order 2 more again because of my Mezco idea. But see how this is rubbery? I'm going to peel this off. I'm going to take this waist, because if you notice, I think I kind of showed it to you on the, look, proportion wise, this can fit in here. Maybe this is a little too narrow, but look, height wise it's the same. And then if you take this off and put in this one, you can actually, I think it will actually work. That's what I'm thinking. Is it gonna work? Well, I guess we'll see together, right? When I start doing it. So I'm planning on taking this and this and putting it in this and this. And then I'm gonna tear apart his hands and put in this one and this one. That'll give me an 89 Batman that's closer to the original than what this is. Which is a shame because I already did this one and I already glued it. But to differentiate it from this one, I'm not planning on using this head. I'm gonna do it completely different. And I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it. But it's gotta involve magnets. It's gonna involve magnets, and it's gonna involve my spare Mezco heads. Because this one's magnetic, right? So I've got magnets and all that stuff. So the problem is, I want it so that I can put this head on the new body with magnets, and then if I don't want it, I can pop it off and then attach the Keaton head with a magnet. How am I going to do that? I don't know. I have no idea. It's just in my head, and we'll find out as I go along. So thank you for watching for this very, very quick random review with my random thoughts and my random ideas and my crazy ideas. If you're interested in watching me fail in that review custom, you can watch in the next one, and you'll see. And also another random fact, I was on Target obviously because I was looking for Batmobile, and off the random stuff, I already have the RoboCop NECA, but not the one with the chair, because it was $80. This is $75 or $80, I can't remember. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna buy it and all that stuff, because I didn't even buy it the first time. But the reason why is because I'm on my mind, I'm still, you guys might not have seen this. This is the Spin Master batwing that I'm modifying. That's the one that fits the, this is a 23-inch span, right? So I'm in my mind, I need stuff that I need to do for the control panel. And look at all this stuff. Like, and then I'm looking at the sides and all that stuff over here, and I can use $75 just because I'm looking at this. I was gonna return it because what all I wanted was, see, I made press-on molds. And I was going to return it, especially since while I was still at Target, this was flopping around, and I thought it was just a plug-in. And I realized it's actually freaking broken. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to return it, right? Because it's broken anyway. And maybe I'll get a new one, maybe I'll get a refund. But I can fix that. And then as I'm holding it, this is freaking heavy, and I'm wondering if this part is metal. I don't think it's metal, but it's heavy. I don't know what's making it heavy. There's nothing in here that's metal, but I don't know why it's heavy. Anyway, and then, oh, I just noticed this, that it's kind of angled. So there's something wrong with this one. Maybe I'll return it and get a different one, but this is the only one they had in there. I don't know. I don't want to return stuff because I don't believe in that unless there's something completely broken. Well, it is broken anyway, and I but I don't want to return it because I already got what I wanted from it, and I already have the RoboCop that's the opens the side arms, but that's just not my policy to return stuff like that to the store. I think I'll just fix it. It's still awesome looking. I don't know, because I didn't buy it because the way they designed RoboCop, his legs, when you sit him down, it doesn't do this. It does this. because of his articulation. So he's gonna be sitting on this chair with his like legs wide open. And that just bothers me. It just bothers me. And I'm looking at that figure because it's just a throwaway figure for me at this point. And I'm thinking I might want to modify it so he can sit straight on this freaking chair. Anyway, another tangent. But anyway, I do have now the molds, and I'm gonna use these to construct the instrument panel for that batwing, because I needed something. I needed something as a source. So thank you for watching. Watch out for my customization videos. I think I'm gonna do it right now and see how I fail disastrously.